How are we all doing today? I got two pieces of pizza. I'll be eating real quick, so I'm gonna be tapping in and out of this. Brody, there is a Discord. It is currently Patreon only, and I cannot. Well, I don't want to change it right now because we are in the middle of getting brigaded a lot lately. No. Um, After the fun little harassment raid Synthetic Man led against us yesterday. Dog, look at my fascist regime. Opinions on pineapple on pizza? I'm fine with it. If I honestly here, all right. So here's my controversial take about pineapples on pizza. It actually matters less if the pineapple is on the pizza than what is complementing the pineapple. Because if you have pineapple on pizza, like that's fine. But if you then waste that flavor opportunity and you have like pineapple and fucking, I don't know, sausage, right? Instead of pineapple and chicken, like what the fuck are you doing? What did we do in there? There's more tactical considerations there than just the pineapple. Aiden, last name 18. You're not a woman. I've never said I was, honey. I don't know what 4chan or Kiwi Farms pit you came from. I've literally never, not one single time ever in my entire online existence, said I was a woman. So, sorry. I'll try updating the stream title really quick. Of course, Hassan just went live. Just have to clout chase off of me, huh, Hassan? I'm joking, of course. A mess. My cat was walking all over my chest. Will you say hi to him? Yes. No, bye-bye. That's how I say hi to cats. Puddick, thank you very much for $4.99. Shout out to all the poll clerks. Don't blame on people who voted. I helped a chunk of 2,000 people who wanted to vote in the Latino Indian area of NYC. Thank you for all your help, Puddick. Yeah, it is leftovers from yesterday. I did, I've eaten pretty okay today, actually, shockingly. I've been resisting the urge to eat my feelings. I woke up, I had a salad. Well, I didn't have a salad when I woke up. I had a salad for lunch. I skipped breakfast. I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. But yeah, all right. Thanks for letting me know the stream title didn't change. I don't know why it didn't. Carry on top. Thank you very much. Sorry to talk with my mouth full. V, not sure how you were feeling, but coming to your stream last night and just feeling the rage was very cathartic for me after a depressing day. I'm glad. All right. I'll be right back. Alrighty. And Lane Kaplan, I actually have 2 packages right here that I'm going to start opening because I have a bunch of magic stuff to show off today. And I'm just going to do to help relax. Sorry. That I am going to, oh, I like, gosh, I haven't seen these kind of card holders, these like plastic book card holders. I haven't seen one of these since, holy shit, that just brought back like childhood memories of, keeping Pokemon cards and shit in some of those. That's crazy. And then I also have, I do have a P.O. box. A Ixalan booster box that'll open. And then I also have some bulk, some singles that I went through today. Somebody was asking how I was feeling last night. I mean, I feel it was pretty self-explanatory. Sorry, give me 1 second. Pretty self-explanatory. And I was feeling, I would say, what's the word I would use? Wrathful. I think wrathful is a good term for it. How I was feeling last night. Read the post-its in there. I did read the post-its. Start here, 1 of 2. Okay. But when I woke, Demos, I totally get, or Deimos, I totally get you. I just bought all the Fallout Commander decks, which, by the way, the Fallout Commander decks are fucking mint. Those are fucking good decks. I need to reorganize, because I don't have the Science one, but I have the other 3. And I need to reorganize them into 1 deck, because, like, I've taken so many good cards, but there's still so many in there. Lord of the Rings and Duskmoor boosters, fuck yeah. Random lot of it. See, random lot? That's the good shit. I mean, maybe not the good shit, but that's the fun shit. Yeah, and I woke up this morning with a... You know, I did, for those who don't know, I drank actually a fair amount last night. Way more than I wanted to. Way more than I should have. I don't think I said anything too terrible. And so I woke up with a hangover, which is fun. And I still had, because usually when I wake up with a hangover, it's like, okay, well, this day is YouTube chat. I know, I'm sorry. So I can't, Johnny Viral, for whatever reason, OBS only pulls from Twitch chat for this thing. I apologize. I wish, holy shit, we have more people watching now than we did last night. Thank you all for being here. Anyway, I was talking about last night. Am I on Blue Sky? I am. I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to re-up all my shit because I don't remember my passwords. I just need to reset it and do all that stuff. But yeah, I'm going over to Blue Sky. I'm not giving up the fight on Twitter though. So long story short, last night I think it was hard for a lot of people. A lot of the guests that I actually had planned to come on, it got to like 9, 10, and I was keeping in contact with Ryson and Riverboat Jack and Jesse and Kay and kind of just the friend group, and it was everybody was feeling the same thing. Everybody had it. But this morning I woke up with a hangover, like I was saying, but also a kind of sense of clarity. I think that I'd been, I didn't realize, I think I had been missing, or I had been wanting for the last, I would say last year or so. Because on one hand, it feels like the bullet finally hit, but on the other hand, it felt like the entire last year was that point in the roller coaster right before, and this is one of the things I always fucking hate on roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I hate this part where it takes you up real high, and so you can see everything around you. You have a whole view of everything, but you don't know when you're going to hear that last chink in the chain before it drops you, where it goes. You if you've been on a roller coaster, you know what I'm talking about. Where it goes, and it finally felt like it felt like we had been holding that constant, not knowing when we were going to be able to go down for an entire year, for really 4 years, if you want to get technical, 8 years. And I think last night there came a kind of clarity because of that. Let me give the chat a little bit more room. And I woke up feeling still angry, still sad, still confused and betrayed by, your fellow countrymen, naturally. But I had a sense of focus to it, where I decided today I am going to focus on me. I'm going to do some dumb bullshit. I'm going to go spend a couple hours going through magic cards. I'm going to go buy a booster box. I'm going to open up some expensive cardboard. Because the first thing I did today when I woke up was I looked over, and as I was drunk, I looked over next to me, and my cat was right by my feet. And she came up to me, and she actually just did this because I laid down for a little bit to just kind of process stuff. And she just nuzzled right here and snuggled. And for the first thing of the day, I don't believe in, signs or cosmic messages or anything like that, but if I did, I would say that was a sign. And I've been thinking about that all day. The simple pleasure of connection with another thing. The understanding of love that you have, like just with a pet, but also with other people. And that is how everybody is going to survive this. It is not easy right now to look at the world and be like, yeah, we can get through this. As a whole. It's not easy to look around at everything happening and say, this is no big deal, because it is. Ferris Blue, did you see Jesse Gender's video? I did. No, sorry. I was just literally looking at YouTube. I saw Jesse put out a video. I have not yet. My video plans, along with all this, my video plans, I was talking to Jesse actually last night, where it just kind of, all the sillier videos I've been working on, and I'll still get to those eventually, but they suddenly seem more insignificant compared to the shit that I was working on that feels a lot more related to the matter at hand. And so that's what I'm going to be working on. Michelle Marty, I feel like I'm already dead. There was a really great tweet I saw today that the way it was worded is a little goofy, but the point of it, and I shared it, the basic gist is that you deserve to live. You deserve to outlive the people who want you dead. That is one of the things I think everybody should be holding on to. You deserve the life you've been given. As long as you care about other people, as long as the life you're living helps others in some way, you deserve to keep living. And you need to hold on to that. What are my thoughts on what Bernie said today? I want to say, look at the dog. Dog says hello. Dog is doing a sniff to the cards. Okay, go away. Yeah, not survive, but live. I think, I agree with what Bernie said. Bernie basically said, hey, the oligarchs that run the Democratic Party have fucking betrayed the working class. No wonder the working class would turn their back on fucking Kamala and in so many words. At the same time, Bernie, I understand as an actual elected representative, Bernie has to really fucking walk a line. And I'm willing to bet, because people, a lot of people in Capitol Hill, especially in the Democratic Party, probably fucking hate Bernie. But I really wish that some of this shit was being said earlier. And again, I know that that is not the that's not the reality that politicians live in. Unless you're a conservative, you really can't just kind of say whatever the fuck you want and get away with it. I'll be right back. I gotta go pick something up. But yeah, Bernie is, Bernie's not a savior at all. We shouldn't look to Bernie to be a savior. I think that was too many people's mistake in 2020. The idea that did I just get a shout? OMG, did I just get a shout? Yeah. Cake. Oh, did I shout out Cake? Oh, was that your tweet? Yeah. Howdy, folks. Howdy, Alpha using. Snowy Wolf, I doubt there won't be any more assassination attempts. I don't know. I keep hope alive. I try and keep hope alive. And I think the biggest problem right now is, for me personally, I think a lot of people can probably empathize with this. The biggest problem I have is not letting anger override the good that I want to do. Like, I feel such a... I'm going to go see in a couple hours here Terrifier 3. Because I want to see a movie, and honestly, it's actually kind of the only thing I want to see. I want to see -1. I'll probably go see that again tomorrow. Making it, count 'em, chat, 8 times seeing -1 in theaters. Let's fucking go. What was I saying? I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, my anger. Like, I just have a, and I think you saw it come out a little bit last night on the stream. I don't know why. Apparently YouTube only saves 12 hours of a stream at a time, which I did not know. So like, my impassioned speech that made up the last half is just gone. Whatever, it's in the ether. Who cares? Yeah, Geoduck Geoscience. Godzilla -1 is in theaters for 70th anniversary. And Mackenzie, how would MAGA respond if Trump died from a heart attack? Immediate conspiracy posting. Immediate conspiracy posting. And I did see fucking, like, I saw Kamala's goddamn useless statement. I feel like, whatever, you know? Just the idea that she can run that dog shit race, not make a concession speech, wait all this time, and then... Okay, give me a second. I'm putting dog in pupper prison. Okay. Yeah. Same stream with 87 people. That's literally crazy. 87 people. Yeah, no, Nick Fuentes. I mean, Nick Fuentes is... Nick Fuentes is always going to be the same cowardly, spineless worm he's always been. Like, that's not surprising at all. I would... if Nick Fuentes wanted to stay safe in the next couple years, I would seriously consider... I would seriously consider getting a restraining order against some people, buddy. He is... If Trump dies, we're stuck with Vance, though. I don't think I could imagine somebody more incompetent than J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, I think, even more so than Trump, would just be I believe, just a vehicle for the donators and funders and dipshit tech billionaires. Hatchling is a good horror movie. I saw that. I actually got to see that in theaters. Obadiah Bumbly, thank you for $5. I can never stay long, but thank you for all you do. This is fucking hard. Had to leave work early, almost crashed out mentally. Hope all of you stay safe. That's kind of why I wanted to have a chill stream like this. To just kind of sit and chat and get the temperature. Vance would be worse because he could actually speak in complete sentences and people praise him as the smartest person alive. Who the fuck is praising J.D. Vance as the smartest person alive? Trump thinks he's a fucking idiot. What? Yeah, I think Trump firmly thinks JD was an absolute fucking mistake of a candidate. Matt Walsh's tweet, which one? The one where he said, the one where Trump said, the one where Matt said that Project 2020. So my take on that is that Matt Walsh is a fucking troll, and he doesn't have an ounce of sincerity in his entire fucking body. Like, a lot of people saw the tweet where Matt Walsh essentially said, for those who haven't seen it, that now that they've actually won, it's okay to admit that Project 2025 was the goal all along. And he says, lol. Matt Walsh is a 14-year-old with the just like brainworm addled mind of a Facebook 50-year-old. Like, somehow trapped in a relatively, no, not even normal, just a weird eldritch fish person body. More than anything else, Matt Walsh is trolling. Like, that's what it is. I don't think he believes in anything except subjugating others. And seeing so many people be like, see, he's admitting it. You're just biting at his bait. And I don't think that's the smart thing to do, is not to give him even more excuses to cackle to himself. Because honestly, here's the thing that I love for me is, and this is the reason I'm not getting off Twitter, is because the reason I can win, the reason we can all win, is by not going anywhere. By continuing, especially to make art. Sorry, give me a second. Especially by putting ourselves into art, by continuing to express ourselves, by not remaining silent, by being as loud and vocal and present as possible. I didn't do it today because, obvious reasons, I'm not in the mood. But I have resolved to put more effort, redouble my effort into being as out and queer as possible. Because I might not know whoever else out there is the kind of person on Reddit or 4chan or wherever the fuck these dorks are gathering to spread memes about killing trans people, or wherever they're coming from to go and mass brigade people on Twitter. I don't know what they look like out in public. But every time they see me and someone like me, I want them to remember it. And I want them to know that they didn't get to win just because their sub-average IQ God Emperor got into office. Yeah, no, exactly. K-Knives Not Gaming. I plan on being more annoying to conservatives. I plan on being more annoying than conservatives. Absolutely. And not in a... when I say annoying, I don't mean in like a resistance lib kind of way. No. We need to be birthed anew from the pod. We need the resistance leftist. We, like, if anything... I really hope that this further radicalizes people in the way they need to be radicalized, and that is to finally meet fire with fire. Not in terms of they go low, we go high, but in terms of when somebody says you deserve to die, you punch them in the fucking throat. Metaphorically speaking. In Minecraft, of course. Don't actually do that. I would never recommend doing that. But if somebody gets in your face and says, you deserve what's coming, we're going to take away your human rights. We're going to take away your life-saving health care. We're going to make sure that if you're a woman, you will die if you have a pregnancy that isn't viable. And then we're going to laugh in your face. You need to not just tell them how you feel. You need to make them feel how you feel. That's my fucking party platform right now. Mr. Hodden, I thank you for $5. Do you think people behind 2025 will be able to install a Christo-fascist state in 2025? My friends are saying it will take 20 years or so. 5 for thoughts. I don't know about 20 years. It's really hard to say because there's never been anything like there have been broad political movements centered around fascist agendas in America, certainly. Trump has been a part of some of them. But in the past, movements like America First, movements like Open Nazism have not gained mass traction the way they currently are. Even efforts to revitalize and recenter during the Cold War Christianity is like a massive force of nationalistic importance, of importance to the patriotism of being an American. We haven't seen as concentrated of an effort as what I think people want people to believe Project 2025 will be. But here's the thing. 2 things. 1, as with most things in Trump's oeuvre, I think all the fucking resistance libs, all the fucking Kamala stands, they only started talking about it when it became prescient to do so for their election. They only started fucking talking about it, Project 2025, months and months and months after it came out and other legal scholars had poured into it and gone over it all and studied it. And I want you to consider for a moment, if they truly believe that it was the threat to democracy, that it was this world-ending apocalyptic plan, do you think Kamala Harris, who, by the way, Kamala and Joe Biden are like number 1 on the list right now for people that Trump's Justice Department, according to 2025, would want to go after, why would they then put out the nicey nice fucking statement that she did? And in my view, I think that's for one of 2 reasons. 1, either they're trying to, which I would not be surprised, trying to appease Trump before he comes for them, or 2, and this is the one I think that is more likely, they know that it won't be as radical as they've been saying. I talked about this before as the idea of like, okay, what happens if Project 2025 comes to pass? Not as much as people have been fear-mongering about, but still far too much for a normal democratic society. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. What was I saying? Cool G-Rap Slack Cap. Thank you for following. Bow to Death. Thank you for following. Red Onion 777. If you get involved in leftist orgs after this, please vet them thoroughly. Question things. Yeah. Do not be very careful about joining any organizations and group right now. if you don't personally, and when I say personally, I don't mean like, oh, I know them. Like, if you do not personally know and trust somebody in a group or organization, don't join it. It's like I was saying before. There are a lot of people today who Sir Longpoke. There are trans women with bigger balls than you. Sir Longpoke. Do you... Sir Longpoke, do you think I'm AFAB? Because that's what I'm inferring from your script. What you're saying in the chat. That's very funny. I'm assuming somebody already banned him. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling it. They're feeling this depression, this hopelessness. I think a lot of people are feeling fear. And it's not so easy as simply saying, yeah, I'm just going to move. Especially people like it's the same shit you always hear where somebody, oh, if so-and-so wins, I'm moving out of the country. It's like, no, you're not. Unless you're a celebrity who already owns a fucking house somewhere else, like moving out of the country is not an easy thing to do. Especially if you want to claim the purifiers are coming. Okay. Miranono, so you mean I shouldn't give Sean King my bank account number? You should not give Sean King shit. Damn no. Are there covers on the... Oh, yeah, there are covers on these cars. Neat. Ooh. Interesting. All right, I am going through the Lane Kaplan, the cards Lane gave me really quick. I thought Kamala had it in the bag. I mean... You want to have more, Tokyo Right, thank you for subbing with Prime. You want to have, generally, I think you want to have more faith in your fellow person, your fellow American citizen. You want to be able to look at everything that has been said. And here's I think, one of the great failings of just general voter knowledge isn't necessarily what Trump is saying, even though it's horrible and often completely... Like, it's just gibberish. It's just dumbass gibberish. But who he's surrounded by and why those people are significant. Because so many people might have heard about 2025, but they don't know the involvement of people like the Heritage Foundation. They don't know about the involvement of people like Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller. I'm willing to bet the average voter, even the average Trump voter, probably doesn't know who the fuck Stephen Miller is. Like, unless you are really clued into politics. Who's that? And I think that is... It's one of the bigger failings in the knowledge base of the median, the average, the regular voter, because by and large, and I used to be like this, by and large, a lot of people don't fucking pay attention. A lot of people go about their lives during an election season. They might roll their eyes or share a meme. But so many people, even if they're going through things in life, even if they're, oh God, I'm paying more for eggs or bread or whatever, a lot of people are insulated by comfort. And you see that borne out in the fact that the demographic breakdowns showed that between white men and white women, the two groups with the most financial and economic security, the two groups with the least amount of discrimination against them from the state, from municipalities, in infrastructural discrimination, that more of them showed out for Trump than Kamala. And part of it has to do with I think that comfort extends to people. Is this just one land? Yeah. Cascading cataracts. This will be already useful. Kadeem always wins. This has to be pre-recorded. What has to be pre-recorded? I'm pre-recorded? I hope not. Thank you, everybody, for following. Hello, Hoshiko. Oh, yeah, no. Alexander the Great, one could easily assume that Trump is surrounded by a cadre of criminals. Most people don't know that. Or if they have heard it, they have probably heard it in the same tones as being, well, that's just leftist propaganda. That's just the liberal media. Vanguard Supreme, they might not know who Stephen Miller is, but would they even care? If you sat down and actually explained this shit to people, if you, and this is one of the bigger problems with Kamala's outreach, with the entire fucking campaign outreach to conservative voters, was, oh, well, we'll basically do what Trump wants us to do, but also we're gonna like not try and kill gay people and let trans people have health care and that kind of shit. Which, didn't work out. Why would they want... What Kamala was offering conservatives was essentially great value Trump, but the name brand was the same price. It was the price of a vote. Like, why? Trump's my pimp now? Sir Longpoke, you have issues you should work out. Yeah, like trying to appeal to the fucking Cheneys. Yeah, no, exactly. Dark magic. Let me actually turn myself down. I'm a little bit loud. Sorry. Kamala is the embodiment of a surface-to-air missile with a pride flag painted on it. Yeah. Do I think there will be an insurrection again? No. Because I think that people are too... I think it's partially a voter issue that conservatives have a fervency. And it goes into a religious faith, a zealotry even, that they are absolutely, like, literally, there is a contingent of people who believe that Trump is blessed by God, that this is an act of God, that God intervened in his life, that he basically has the fucking mandate of heaven. Like, this is... You don't see that kind of fervency for fucking Kamala. For goddamn Joseph Biden. Are you fucking nuts? Like, no. They're not going to be... There's not going to be an insurrection for them. Awesome Kid TH, thank you very much for 12 months. Hey, DD, just hopping by for a few minutes. I just have to ask, do you think we'll ever lose our rights as trans folk now? I mean... They've already been trying in the last year, last 2 or 3 years. I was talking when I talked with Benny.Gay on the stream last night, Benny formerly of the Young Turks. We were talking about how it's probably pretty likely that, if Kamala were to win, stores like Target would kind of slowly put more trans and more pride stuff out this next June, as opposed to the last couple years, because this was an election year. Now, with Trump being the way he is, here's my problem, the A to B to C here, is that Elon Musk now has Trump's ear, for whatever fucking reason. Even though I know any conversation, like if you were a fly on a wall in that room, it would just be the two dumbest bitches in the world going, exactly. But Elon, being in such close proximity to Trump, is dangerous because Elon is also terminally fucking online. And you have 1 degree of separation now between Elon and or between Trump, excuse me, and people like Matt Walsh, Haya Rychik, that one dumbass who doesn't even live in America. And so, like, going into, I think Pride is a good example, because going into next season, I think the companies that do put stuff out like that, they're going to be called out. But it's not just going to be by people like fucking Matt Walsh, grinding and inspiring harassment campaigns and people getting doxxed and stalked and bomb threats and all this shit. It's not going to be that. It's going to be that multiplied times the platform of the president. Like, I think the more tangible realities, Ian Miles Strong, yeah, that's the one, are the ones that people should be more afraid of, are less about, and that's not to say like, oh, don't worry about it, but I think it's going to be less about individualized legislation. Illegalizing trans people at a federal level is not going to happen. I guess I shouldn't. Anything can happen, right? But like, I think that is highly unlikely personally. At a state level, you'll absolutely see that shit. Like, I think Texas, Florida, a lot of red states, Tennessee, Kentucky, are going to have their fucking Ohio. Was it Ohio? It was Ohio that had Haya on the fucking thing. I think that the atmosphere, the stage around these conversations, around LGBTQ rights, around women's rights, around gay rights, around trans rights, around migrant rights, it is not necessarily even that, which it will be. Like, the scary part is that it very likely will be a lot of it. The state violence against these groups will be justified and codified into law, and that is scary. But the more prescient and more terrifying aspect to people should be the people who are not part of the state structure, who are emboldened by it. The people who aren't cops, who aren't FBI agents, who aren't in the government, but because they see a video of a cop beating a black person or beating a trans protester, they get drunk with their buddies and decide to go bashing. And that is something I do think we will see. Which is why I think it is imperative, it is absolutely essential that you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If you are afraid of guns, that's fine. But you need to surround yourself with people who aren't. If you for a mental health reason or something or another do not think you can handle having a firearm, that's okay. However, you need to know somebody who does. It's not a time anymore for just meeting the fascists at rallies who are going to be packing the AR-15s. Arriving with black bloc is not enough. You need a deterrent. I don't like fucking saying that. I don't like looking at a country that has to go through that. But the reality is, people need to be ready to fight. Because guess what? We can't fight at the polls anymore. At least not for another 4 years. And good God, that is if the country even looks remotely the same in the next 4 years, which it probably won't. And I don't know in what ways those will be. But you have, in America, the right to defend yourself, to defend your life and your property and your loved ones. And you might not like how that happens, but you need to defend those things. You need to hold on to those things. Holy fuck, Riverboat Jack, thank you for rating with a party of 102. Why do I have 1,000 viewers right now? God. These are extremely young and foolish statements. Disagree. GGGG, dead domain, this is not bad advice, but most of these people don't even have go bags ready. This is a level of prep most aren't prepared for. Guns may be a big step for people. I know. Look, I'm not saying that you need to go out right now and buy a gun. I am saying you should, if you do not feel safe with that, that's fine. You need to find somebody who does. And let me tell you, if you are in a big trans group, if you're in a big LGBTQ group, there's one girl with a gun hyperfixation. I guarantee it. Yeah, and that blah, but that's a good point. You still have prep time before Trump gets in office. Go bags are a thing that I don't. If you are in the mood to get stuff together, to prep for things, the first thing I would say is have a medical bag, have a riot bag, a bag that you would use in the event of something going very sideways. And that would essentially be a medical bag. Like you would basically want everything in there that an EMT carries in one of their medical bags to help out others. And that would be for any protests that you go to. Protesting is going to be a thing that, again, I've talked about my experience protesting during the George Floyd riots. You cannot fucking depend on the libs to help you protest. Because the second the fucking pizza isn't available and the dance party stops, the milquetoast moderates go back to their fucking comfy-ass, cushy lives where they're completely unaffected and insulated by everything, except for that nagging self-consciousness that they could be doing more with their privileged lives. That is really the only thing so many people have that tethers them to the struggles of everybody else. Yeah, Narcan is good to have. I mean, and a lot of the stuff that people are saying in chat, like, this is just, like, good shit to have in general. Narcan. Sorry, I've just been kind of rambling. Having a bag of basic essentials always ready is only a thing if you have somewhere to go and a plan to get there and to get out of there and head elsewhere. Otherwise, it's just another American dream of individuality. Elena Connor, that is a great point. Like, again, it is far easier said than done to say, okay, well, I'm gonna, just like bug out if things go south. It's like, okay, to where, Sarah Connor? Like, do you know some peeps down in Mexico? Do you know some gun runners and coyotes that you can go hang out with for a couple days? I kind of doubt it. Like, most people don't. The tangible reality is that most people are going to be kind of fucked and stuck wherever they are and have to weather that storm. Moving is fucking expensive. And the thing that is scaring so many people right now, that you see so many trans people, so many queer people, so many people of color fearing for, is the fact that they can't move. They can't get out of the place that they are right now. The Midland Connection, thank you for $10. I know I can't say much as an Australian, but find your fellow trans, gay, etc. people, form groups, and protect yourself, please. Yeah. Like, now is the time, more so than what I was, a lot of this is actually going to be, I think, I haven't watched that video in a while, but recycled from what I said after Trump got shot. when after Trump got shot a couple months ago, I don't want to be, I hate doing the like, well, I called it thing, but like, people, you can go back and watch it. I was pretty fucking sure at the time that like, okay, well, he just won again. We just watched the image that they're going to coast through the election on, and god damn it, I was right. But the advice I gave there is basically the same advice I'd give here, because you do still have time before Trump takes office, and you should use that time to prepare, to organize, to get together. Mr. Bender, thank you for $5. Drunken High. Thankfully, I live in California, largely insulated from conservative fuckery. Solidarity for our community, and we can weather the storm. Thank you. Iki, thank you for $3. I sincerely hope it's not insensitive or tone deaf to say, but as a cishet white guy, I've cried more for my friends, acquaintances, and a lot of this phenomenal, creative, and their lovely supporters than myself today. I feel so powerless. I mean, we are unfortunately beholden to the whims of the ruling class. And at some point, I think, optimistically, if I'd like to be optimistic for a moment here, if I can insert some hopium into the arena, I think we're going to see not just a lot of radicalization further left, but in the coming years, a lot of de-radicalizing of the right wing, which is already something that we've seen from the last 8 years of Trump. And I think as the social paradigm shifts moves further to progressive stances, as more and more people become disillusioned, especially after this, as more and more people become disillusioned with the Democratic establishment and the party and realize how much of it is fucking bullshit, I think societally, we are going to see a massive leftward push. K-Escape, is there anything I can be doing as a privileged ally? I would say, like, the same thing. I would say the same thing everybody should be doing, and that is getting involved in local activist groups. Getting involved in local, and, you know, whatever your personal beliefs are, you can find one there. But there are good groups wherever you are, and I would recommend, I told somebody this in chat, or in stream comment the other night, but if you go and look at the political organizations and activist groups at your local colleges, there are a lot of groups there that are good places to start, especially for people your age. And I guess I'm assuming you're young. And also getting involved in your local government. Like, I don't know when the elections are, but one of the big institutional victories that, again, has gone entirely overlooked by most of the liberal classes has been the low-level successes of conservative candidates who have essentially infiltrated school board groups, local governments, all over. Like, that's been a conservative project for several years now. Fenris, thank you. Fenrir, thank you for $5. I'm in a blue state. California is not safe, neither is New York. There's MAGA people there too. And if the feds come in, what then? National Guard? I don't know. You know, if we end up, like, I say I don't know, but, like, if we end up in a National Guard police state, like, come on. We know what's going to happen next, but I'm saying right now, I don't know. But, like, I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that there's not an easy way out of this. You can't educate yourself out of this. You can't fact check your way out of this. The corruption of power has its tendrils, has its roots in too deep to the very soul of America. Oh yeah, no, I'm ashamed of so many people today. I'm straight up not going to. I'm expecting, and they shouldn't. If they know me, they fucking shouldn't. But I am expecting my family to invite me to Thanksgiving soon, and I am not going to be going. Ooh, oh, I like that. I'm going through some of the magic cards right now. Oh, Auramancer. That's the card I was looking for. Actually, I have an Auramancer, but this is super useful. There's some good Mirrodin stuff in here. Vault of Whispers. Artifact Land. Counterspell. Oh, that's a classic counterspell, too, with the 7 symbol. I love that. Goats. Did you send me a bunch of goats? Can I show cards? Yeah. I plan on helping my plan on helping my transplants, but I'm paranoid if my name gets spread around, it could be put on a registry, and the people I'm trying to help could be targeted even harder. Do I have any style tips for AMAB who recently discovered they're non-binary? Fit your fashion to your body type. Like learn what fits your frame, and this is if you, and this is not like I don't know what size or what frame you have, but one of the most important things of wanting to dress more feminine is a lesson that a lot of men never learn. A lot of people who are who grow up identifying as men never learn, because emphasis on clothing with men is jeans and a t-shirt for a lot of people. Like outside of suits, unless you're wearing suits regularly, you don't really pay attention to fit and cut. So like you kind of like have different values for how you think things fit. Whoa. Tea with Goblins, goodness gracious. 145 bets. I want to say it's how sorry I was, but that feels hollow. I want some sense of justice, but even from so far away, I know the power of solidarity and mutual aid. Even my own centrist neoliberal Australian government is useless to help the most marginalized. Now is the time to be thinking locally and informally. Use whatever is available, even if it is just showing up, speaking up, showing up, and offering whatever skills you have. Survive and help others to do so one day at a time. Absolutely. Antithes, thank you for $20. Goodness gracious. Last night was bad. I was feeling hopeless. Still am. I live in Florida of all states, but this horrible state is my home. God damn it. I'm not only not leaving. If they don't want me here, they can take the shot themselves. That is the attitude you need to have. How do I start to get involved with local government? You'd have to look into, I mean, it's probably too late right now, but you'd have to look into when your local elections are held. Go to city council meetings, whether in person. A lot of city council meetings since COVID have started, my city council meetings have started offering the ability to attend those meetings and speak on those meetings via voice call or via Skype. Get to know your local, through doing that, you should get to know your local city council members. Get to know the people in your area, what they believe, who they're voting for, the measures they want to pass, and also probably most importantly, the special interests in your local area, because guess what? Local politicians still do appease special interest groups. Just more local ones. Like, there are, thankfully, for now, we are still living in a place where even as much as they like to insulate themselves from the population, our fucking dickhead ass, that's so goopy, dickhead ass city hall leaders love to fucking like ignore protesters and stuff. Crystal Hazer, thank you for following. Jalen Masters, thank you for $2. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Thank you for being here. And don't don't back down. If somebody, be comfortable being yourself, because you never know when that will inspire others to also be themselves. I guess. No pasaran. Cloud Chaser E. Oh, that's a pretty. I love the art on the 7th gen. Wow, these are a Tog. I love this guy. Oh, this is Fantatog. Atogs. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of Atogs. Oh, I'm making an Atog deck. Necrotog. Huge thanks. Shout out to Lane Kaplan. Do I have a Togatog? I have. No, but my local LGS does. And so if it's still there on. Oh, I do have a Togatog. Look at him. Look at the boy. The guy. Oh, I love this guy. Should I buy collector's boxes at Foundations? Don't buy collector boxes. Do not buy collector booster boxes. It is new. No. Especially not new. Like, wait for the price to go down like 20, 30 bucks at least. Damn. Copper mirror. Oh, you got a bunch of mirrors too. Fuck yeah. I think that's Deathrite Shaman. I have a non-Japanese version of that. Talisman of Progress. Impulse. Goats. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Debtor's Knell. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature in a graveyard into player under control. That's perfect. That's gonna go great with oversold graveyard. I am opening a bunch of cards that my friend Lane from the Discord, or just I guess from the Dead Domain community, has sent me. Metallic Mimic. As Metallic Mimic enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Chosen type, hell yeah. Every other creature you control enters with a 1/1 counter. Fuck yeah. For only 2, that is banooners. Thank you very much, Lane. Let's go. I'm going to go to deck number 2, or box number 2. And yeah, feel free to... this is just kind of going to be a chill hangout stream. I don't really want to go over all of the assholes because, like, we don't need to go over all their gloating and shit right now. Yes. Hexed Pepper. I think the idea to arm yourself is good advice. Whether you like it or not, armed minorities are harder to oppress. Exactly. Exactly. I want to get something through to everybody. The people who pull out these statistics about trans suicide, the people who will tell you, and I'm, as somebody who got a raid from Synthetic Man, thank you, YouTube. I hope you actually do something about him this fucking time. Which featured dozens, if not hundreds, of people telling me to kill myself. The reason that they say that and feel so comfortable saying it is because they have bought into the lie that you, as a queer person, as a trans person, as a person of color, as a person of any minority, are weak. And it is your duty to your community, to yourself, to prove them wrong. It is like I said, like somebody else said at the beginning. You deserve to live more than they do. And you need to hold on to that. Whenever you feel hopeless, whenever you feel lost and afraid, you need to hang on to the idea that you are still able to do good. And honestly, right now, some of the best good you can do is to just be yourself, is to be outwardly queer, is to celebrate your diversity and your culture, to be as fucking deviant and gay as possible. To use all of these things to your advantage to spread understanding and love and acceptance and art in your experiences. The Pup, thank you for $20. I thought about fleeing from this landscape, but I realized if I started running, I wouldn't stop, and what would happen to those of us who can't run? Despite how bleak things are, I still have hope, and I'll try to help where I can. I appreciate that. Sion Mayer, thank you very much for 20. Livy, thank you for $10. Something I just learned this election is that this is just what America is. Yeah, we aren't as kind as I hope we were, but that just means we have to change what America really is, make it the hope we wanted. Yeah, it is. I think that is the part that so many people have realized about America. You know, again, these are not new observations, certainly not unique to me. But America as a device or a vector for personal gain is what so many people on both sides see the country as. The people who are often elected, the people who are career politicians, including Trump, don't see other people as human beings. They don't see other people as entities composed of aspirations, dreams, hopes. They see them as cattle. Like that is, it's one of the great sadnesses of watching people celebrate Trump's win. It's like, if you are not politically expedient to him, you might as well be a fucking slab of beef. Oh, goodness gracious. Archaic Soda, thank you for super chatting $100. Love all of you. Stay safe, stay strong. I appreciate that. Thank you. I would say, you know, while I do appreciate that, and this month is definitely going to lag a little bit behind, I don't need any more $100 donations, please. You can send that. Like, let's cap it at like 50, 40, and then find a local group shelter or something to send that money to. I do appreciate it. I don't want to make it sound archaic, so I don't want to make it sound like I don't appreciate it. I do, but there's a lot of other people more deserving and more needing of it right now than me. Riverboat Jack showed the clip of James Baldwin saying, "Love has never been a popular movement. Led me to realize if hate is the weapon of the enemy, compassion will be mine." Exactly. There's this idea I think liberals have enshrined into the mainstream conception of leftism in America, that you can't fight hate with another kind of hate. That if somebody hates you and wants to kill you, well, you can't fight them and want to kill them back. That if somebody on Twitter says, "Hey, you should die, go hang yourself," T-slur, that you can't say, "Hey, buddy, for no reason, look at this picture of a wood chipper." No reason at all. Like you can't say that. Because liberals will be like, "Well, I don't think that's very helpful." I disagree. Honestly. I disagree. Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry. Yeah, no, they're Kiwi TP, thank you. Liberalism is fundamentally incapable of fighting fascism. They're afraid to get dirty. Ferris Blue, a fundamental and systematic misunderstanding of the tolerance paradox that plagues liberals. Yeah, no, okay, that. Thank you. Tolerance paradox is where my brain track was going. The thing with the tolerance paradox is that it takes into account what resistance is in service of. Because it is the same thing that dumbass chuds will come into my mentions and be like, "Oh, I thought you said you're so open-minded, but you think this person should be banned, or you think this." He's like, "Yeah, because in the greater good, it is better that some people do not have a platform, that some people do not have a voice, that some people are not allowed to spread hate and fear and bigotry and incite violence against others." Like they have the personal choice to be fucking assholes to that point where people don't want them anymore. It is not a fascist concept to try and preserve societal sanity and order. To not want people shouting from the rooftops, "Hey, they're doing gender-affirming surgeries on 11-year-olds," and getting 10 people who can't fucking read a Dr. Seuss book sending in bomb threats, "Well, because I heard it on Twitter." Sorry, not wanting that to happen is not censorship. It is not taking the low road. Yeah, we shouldn't need to tolerate intolerance. Hey, Katra. All right, I'm gonna kick into this. Some Wild Moss, thank you for subscribing with Prime. I hate that my existence is inherently a resistance. You don't get to choose the hand you draw. It's how you play it. Yeah, no, exactly. It's the every time I hear the so much for the tolerant left shit all the fucking time. Not in that exact those exact words, but especially after all the I guess recent synth bullshit, where I guess he almost got banned or whatever. So many people coming into my mentions with that same "Oh, you claim to be this, that, and the other." It's no, I see. Unlike chuds, I actually have a moral consistency thicker than Jello. I don't just try and continually bend the rules to what works for me at any given point. I'm fairly consistent in what I believe and how I go about believing it. And part of that belief is that now let's say for the sake of argument, if you looked back at history, I'm a big fan of history, love historical podcasts. If you look back at history, the vast majority of movements that made social and societal progress. Look at the labor movement, for example. Labor movement's a great fucking example. One that is overlooked in modern history, probably because a lot of people like Elon Musk don't want you thinking about how most labor rights were won, how most labor unions were formed. If you don't know, I have a great video that not a lot of people looked at called "The History of Protest in America." Yeah, almost all your current rights, whether it was civil rights, whether it was queer rights, whether it was labor rights, whether it was the right to have a fucking weekend and not work 15-hour shifts and make a livable wage. Again, these things we've kind of gotten away from because the encroaching ideals of liberalism have skewed, I would say, ideals about radicalism that come pretty naturally, right? Like there are so many things that you look at in the world and you're like, okay, well, why would you let them do that? Why would you fucking let billionaires have yachts they can fit inside their yachts while they're boiling the fucking seas? Why would you let billionaires not pay any taxes while they're, fucking sending cars into space for their own fucking vanity projects while they don't actually do shit but play video games all day? Billionaires don't come in mech suits. They bleed like everybody else. These are the foundations of the rights that we have. America was founded, flawed, but with the ideal that we could fight for freedom. Now, was it freedom for everybody? No. Were the founding fathers a bit assholey about it? Yeah. Did we have an opportunity to change that? Yes. Do we still have those opportunities? Yes. T with Goblins, thank you for 245. Philosopher Giorgio Agamben talks about the concepts of bios and zo, respectively, lives that were worth living and those that are not. The distinction between worthy and unworthy lives is determined by those in power. Those who cannot imagine the lives of the sick, the disabled, the queer, and the othered are to be so miserable and without value that they do not register as good or useful or fulfilling lives. The MAGA crowd have really decided they alone are worthy. Prove them wrong. Fucking exactly. Exactly. If it bleeds, we can kill it. And of course, I mean metaphorically. The reason, going back to the labor movements really quick, the reason why you don't make a penny for an hour of work, live in a company shantytown, work a 16-hour day, is because of incredible violence. This is historical. I'm not advocating for anything. Those are the reasons why we have labor rights, why you have a weekend that you can go and play fantasy football with your friends or game for 20 minutes or try and get all your fucking laundry done. And we've lost sight of that. The reason why women have the right to vote, it's not just because, everybody saw things on in their history books as a kid and with suffragette movements. It's because those women continued to stand up in the streets when they were beaten and spat on and harassed and assaulted and imprisoned. They didn't fucking back down. The reason why you can have a kink section at a pride parade, the reason why you can wear a furry tail to your local pride, is because in the 70s and 80s, queers went marching in San Francisco and New York and other areas where they had to come from miles around because there were no other queer movements except for those big centralized ones. And they would be harassed and assaulted by police, and they would fight back. Queers bash back. And of course, I feel if there is an era and a minority in history that we are slightly more aware of, it is the civil rights movement. Even then, I would like to say that we are painfully illiterate, broadly. Like how many, we all learned I have a dream speech. We all learned, a lot of us learned about Letters from Birmingham Jail. Who actually learned who Malcolm X was as a kid? Who actually learned about Fred Hampton? See, they don't print that shit, for the most part, in the kids' history books. Because despite the progressive ideals of those people, they were willing to pick up a fucking gun and fight for those ideals. And for the ruling elite, doesn't matter if they're libs or conservatives, doesn't matter what is on their party fucking ticket. That is a step too far in inspiring a people they want to continue milking and bleeding dry. Yeah, no, Angry Goose. I saw a newspaper comic of MLK saying, "I'll have another nonviolent protest tomorrow in a destroyed city." They always called protest violent. Yeah, like the playbook for the cries of the unheard, for the oppressed classes when they fight back, the playbook has never fucking changed. It never has. It has always been a case of trying to depict anybody fighting for their rights as doing so at the wrong time, as being a criminal, as doing so for their own personal interest and gain. They don't actually care about these things that they're fighting and bleeding and dying for. As probably most disruptively to the spirit of Americans now, the idea that if they get their way, it'll mess things up for you. If everybody had free health care, you would have to pay more. Okay, but what if billionaires actually paid their fair share? But if billionaires paid their fair share, then the money wouldn't trickle down. Okay, well, the money doesn't actually trickle down. So when I talk about the ways to get out of these things, we do need to look to the past, to look to the future. Kind of remember the old ways, as it were. I recognize the name Hampton from video essays. I don't remember much. Monty's Mans. Fred Hampton was a Black Panther organizer who was killed by the FBI in an extrajudicial raid. Essentially, he was too fucking good at community organizing. He was actually creating coalitions for community organizing in poor black neighborhoods. I believe in Chicago. Is it Chicago? I think it might have been Chicago. I might be wrong on that one. Somebody fact check me on that. And yeah, he basically became too big of a problem, and they fucking killed him. Like straight up killed him. They raided his home in the dead of night and shot him in the back with witnesses. The United States government killed a revolutionary. By the way, a revolutionary was not like actually calling for revolution. A revolutionary who was trying to revolutionize the social security nets in impoverished neighborhoods. Yeah, he did a coalition between the Black Panthers and the KKK, had a whole gambit aligned on labor rights, even knowing they didn't align otherwise, and they killed him and a bunch of other folks. He was the the embodiment of that stupid meme of like a dude in a Confederate t-shirt and like a dude in a gang banner, like fist bumping, like the only thing the establishment truly fears. Is like, that's kind of true. Like, Fred Hampton, part of his goal with that was to say like, hey, you dumb poor rednecks are racist because of like essentially the structures that you were born into. Kind of like we don't like you because of that. What if we work together to put that shit behind us? And let me fucking tell you, the United States government doesn't want that. Do you think, okay, think for a moment, because guess what? That's a fucking microcosm of everything in American society. I bet you all the fucking assholes on 4chan, Reddit, like wherever they are, all the Nazi tradcath LARPers, a good deal of them probably have the same economic worries, socioeconomic problems a lot of you do. Now, some of them are very comfy, living in their fucking parents' basements or whatever. Some of them don't. They're just hateful, spiteful little dipshits who will never amount to anything. That's fine. Forget about them. But so many of them are already on the tip of realizing what is wrong with society. That there are forces conspiring against them. But instead of working towards any kind of progressive goal or cause, they've been turned towards blind hate. towards the idea that, oh, it's the Jews, it's the SJWs they're ruining my video games, and so I'm going to care about that like that's an actual culturally important thing. I'm going to put effort towards that. And so much of that discourse now has started to actually seep into and affect America at a cellular, granular level. KiwiTP, Trump is very good at pointing a finger and blaming blank for all your problems. Yeah, I'm like, go back and watch. This isn't on the tip of like, oh hey, Trump is a Nazi. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that here. But like, go back and watch my video on the history of anti-Semitism. Do you know how almost every pogrom, every major raid, every major quote unquote cleansing of Jewish people in history started? Somebody in power needed a group to blame. And you might ask, well, why do they need a group to blame? Because they wanted to consolidate more power. This isn't just localized to Jews, by the way. Like, you see this happen all the fucking time. Even today. You can see it with Palestine and Netanyahu. But it is not a unique observation. It's not hard to see. It's right out in the open. And it, I think, speaks to such a lack of hope and a lack of caring about your fellow man that people are so ready to easily buy into that shit. All right, let me finish. Metallic sliver. Oh, there's a lot of metallic slivers. Ward sliver, let's fucking go. You are... Dirty slivers. Sedge sliver. Ooh. Racto sliver. This is... you've made me very happy. Oh, these are good ones, too. Oh, I'm definitely making a sliver deck for Commander on Friday. Talon sliver. These are good ends. Oh my gosh, Lane, you came through so hard. Wraith is right. Thank you for Prime. I legit don't own a single sliver. You're missing out. Look at this sick guy. Clot sliver. Clot sliver sounds like a German delicacy. I'm not all right, but here's the thing. I'm not doing 5-color slivers. I will max out at 3. Max out at 3. Coderjo, during some of the NBC News discussion this morning, I saw mention of Trump ads run during football with the tagline of Kamala Harris is the party of they, them. Trump is the party of you, us, or something like that. That's very funny. That's very funny. That's very dumb. That's so dumb. Thanks for streaming. It's given me some hope that it may not be over like my head keeps telling me it is. Yeah, no. Like it's not over. Nothing is over. Like, put yourself into something. If you need an outlet for your pain and your rage and your loneliness right now, unanimous anonymity. These are old print. These are 97, and these are in great condition, Lane. Thank you so much. Talon sliver, barbed sliver. Oh god, the art on these is so good. Like look at the beautiful art. And these are, you can kind of tell from the camera, it's crisp and minty. Thinking of the cabaret scene of the Nazi singing. Cabaret. Whoo! I watched Cabaret for the first time this year. That movie is fucking haunting. Like, it is a fantastic film. Phenomenal. If you haven't watched Cabaret, go sit down and watch Cabaret tonight, because yeah. There was something in Witch Night Melody, really quick. I don't have a lot of skills. I don't know. I'd be too useful in the fight, but I'm going to try anyway. You have skills. You have something. Like if you don't think you have skills, put it into something. Start making art. Express yourself. How are you feeling? Make something abstract. Start writing something. Make poetry. Go to a local poetry jam. Start doing comedy. Create something that encapsulates and speaks to who you are and the kind of art you want to see in the world. Mrs. chiming in. Because guess what? As long as you put yourself into it, you put care and love and appreciation into it, it doesn't matter how technically good you are, how proficient you are. If you put it out into the world, someone will find it and someone will identify with it. If you have 1,000 dipshits who make fun of you for a piece of art, it should not fucking matter as long as one person enjoys it. Because to me, that means you have reached possibly the pinnacle of the human experience. You have managed to communicate with others in a way no other species can, possibly in the entire universe. Through feeling, through raw emotion, you have managed to reach out and touch somebody else. That is something that you should strive for in this moment and not lose sight of. Old commercials and information. Is learning hand-to-hand combat important? Like, if you can't legally own a gun. I would say basic hand-to-hand combat, but like the problem with learning like martial arts is outside of things like MMA and certain martial arts, I would say like it's never gonna, if a fight never goes the way you think it will, is the big problem with that. As somebody who's been in a fair amount of fights, yeah, you do need to learn how to duck. You do need to learn how to swing. You do need to learn how to, like, the difference between a hook, keep your head on a swivel, how to properly block, how to see when a hit is coming. But, like, guess what? All the training, like you're not in a boxing ring. There's not fucking rules. If you get in a skirmish with somebody one-on-one, there's no rules. I say this as somebody, like, people forget, I used to be a bouncer. I have wrestled my fair share of people who are A, bigger than me, B, way drunker and meaner than me. Yeah, like it's God, was it Patton? There's a great quote. I mostly know it from Call of Duty, but no plan survives contact with the enemy. That is a rule to live by. Whether you're going to a protest, whether you're scrapping with Nazi punks who won't get out of your favorite club, like, rules to fucking live by. No plan survives contact with the enemy. So, like, on that level, yeah, you should learn how to fight, but, like, if you're going to learn how to fight, learn how to fight. Like, don't necessarily, I mean, unless you want to, because, like, martial arts are also, they're really good for keeping your reflexes up, for staying extremely limber, for, staying in just good physical health. They're great for memory retention. Like, there's a lot of good things about martial arts, like if you want to take up taekwondo or jiu-jitsu or whatever, but you cannot rely on that. You cannot pull out your karate skills, your yellow belt skills, if you get in a fight. Like, it's just not going to work, because guess what? Some fucking dipshit brickhead is going to tackle you to the ground, and then what? You didn't learn how to get out of a tackle. You didn't learn how to get out of a full body pin. So, like, it's I would find yeah, exactly, there you go. Raspberry is random. Personally, as someone learning martial arts, it's less about actually being able to deal with any situation, but having comfort in knowing possible options. I've noticed I've become more confident. Yeah. Like, I think that is a good place to start. I would start... The reason I say MMA is because MMA, if you can go to, like, local MMA classes... depending on how full contact it is, but I know there are some like jiu-jitsu practicers and like local MMA workshops and stuff. If you are getting into that, some of that shit can be super rough, but also they teach you how to mix it up. Like they teach you some, I mean, depending on the teacher, but they can teach you some good fucking technique. Yeah, and if you end up in a fight, if you end up in a fight, again, let me fucking tell you, as somebody who's been in some scary shit with people drunker and bigger than me, like, it comes down to how badly do you want to win. In the moment, how badly do you want it? Yeah. Anyway, I can't say much more than that. I think without getting all TOS on y'all. But somebody asked about knives. Knives good. And as long as, you know, I think you have to follow the exact same responsibilities around knives that you do around guns. Is that, like, don't be a jackass. Like, if you have a knife for self-defense, keep it on you for self-defense. And that's it. Like, knives are cool, I get it, but do not be the fucking jackass that goes around showing it off at bars. Like, oh, check it out, I got this. Like, no. It's that meme of, like, not everything needs a reaction. Sometimes you just gotta sit back. Like, same thing with guns. Would you recommend a specific type of self-defense martial art? I don't think I know enough specifically about them. I used to do Aikido when I was younger, much younger, like kid younger, basically. And I do still actually remember some of the stuff. What the fuck? Nico Suris, thank you for 69 on the rating party. Vice Rhino, thank you for a party of 12. Isn't carrying a knife wildly illegal, though? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And who knows? Maybe you collect knives. You can collect knives. There's nothing wrong with collecting knives. Now, if you are carrying something for the purpose of assaulting somebody, yes. It is much like knuckle dusters. And what the fuck am I thinking? What is the word for that? Calling them knuckle dusters like a fucking 1920s gangster. What? Brass knuckles. Jesus Christ. Yeah, brass knuckles are illegal in most states. Yeah, and somebody brought up, a lot of them have blade laws attached to them. So, like, if you want to, like, you cannot just go around in most states unless you're, like, hunting or something. And even then, it depends. Again, varies by state. But, like, generally speaking, kind of frowned upon to, like, go around with, like, a Bowie knife, like a big old fuck ass, like, paddle of a knife. But, like, at the same time, if you have a Swiss Army knife, you know, you have your little thing with all your little gadgets and little nail clippers and stuff, nobody's gonna get mad at you. Nobody in their right mind is gonna, like, be like, oh, well, this is obviously a deadly weapon. It's like, no, knives are just tools. Pepper spray is great. Bear mace is better. In my personal experience. Tasers, I would say the exact same thing I say about knives and guns. Tasers are, if you can find a proper, like, self-defense class or something, and one thing I do recommend, make sure you don't have a heart condition. Be damn sure before you do this. Damn sure. If you think you are ready to carry a taser, you need to get tased. That's what that is my feeling. I won't say the same thing with getting shot, but, like, there is a part of people I think need to know what you are doing to somebody before you do it. And if you're not able to do it, you're not able to do it. Emmy Award winner, also thank you and your community for helping me out last night. I'm glad we were able to help you. Yeah, there are plenty of... Hey, look, if there's one thing that's good about the fucked up nature of American individualist society and our intense obsession with violence and weapons, is that there are so many... Oh, no, I know being tased sucks. I've never... No, I have been tased and electrocuted, and it sucks. First time I got electrocuted was real. I didn't expect it at all. No idea it was coming. But I had plugged in too many extension cords and I was cleaning out. It was when I was in high school, and I remember the feeling so viscerally, like it. Man, Iclonus, by definition, you haven't been electrocuted, you'd be dead. I had electric volts running through my body. I don't know what you call it, but I fucking felt it from my hands and my feet. I don't know what technically it would be called, but most people who experience what I experienced would be like, oh, I just got electrocuted. So, like, I got shocked. Okay. Sure. I mean, like, I feel like saying shocked is a little bit underplaying it. Like, you can get shocked by touching a power outlet. It was worse than that, but I gotcha. That's why electricians get paid so well, Danger Days. Never been tased, have been pepper sprayed. Pepper spray also, so I haven't been, well, no, I haven't been pepper sprayed. I've been tear gassed. I think I showed the pictures of my time getting tear gassed in George Floyd. The George Floyd protests when they launched tear gas against you. That's another thing. Of course, look up. There are so many resources out there for protesting. Tear gas. Again, tear gas is one of those things that, like, much like being tased, you don't know what it. You might think like, oh yeah, I probably know what it feels like. Nah. You don't know until you've been there. You don't know. It's yeah, bring shit. If you are going to a protest, even if you don't think anything's gonna happen, bring medical supplies. Bring the shit to get tear gas out of people's eyes. Do you turn into a skeleton like that guy in Home Alone? Yes, exactly like the guy in Home Alone. Tea with Goblins, thank you for 100 base. Sorry, reposting. I forgot bits. Also, self-defense fighting skills are great, but do you know how to de-escalate? I'm 5'1" and weigh like 110 pounds. Not going to be winning any physical fights. What to save my horse is the ability to use my teacher voice, be a diplomat, and know how to get yourself and others out of dangerous situations without becoming physically violent. I do. I'm better at de-escalating than I am at fighting. Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like fucking, some roadhouse road warrior kicking ass and taking names. I'm not a good fighter. I have been in fights. There's a difference. I'm way better at de-escalation, and that was my primary go-to when I was a bouncer. I think I've told the story of how I went out. There were two kids fighting over a girl, and two kids, I mean, like, they were freshly turned 21 college kids. And I was technically off shift, but it was like the kids were going to get fucking hurt because they were drunk as hell and trying to, like, doing that. God, the amount of times I've seen white kids do this shit, it's so fucking dumb. Where they do this, like, come on, like, and they're like 5 feet apart, but they don't have depth perception because they're so fucking drunk, and they're just kind of like circling each other, like threatening to throw a punch. But it was clear that they were drunk enough that somebody was going to get hurt, and so I walked out there and I just fucking yelled at them, and they fucked off. Or they went kind of their own separate ways, and that is surprisingly effective tactic. Yelling at people when they're drunk, surprisingly effective. More people than not back down from immediate conflict. Like, they just do. I think teacher voice is a really good way to put it. Banding Sliver. Oh, look at you. I don't know if I can use this in my commander deck, but I do love it. I love these mystery booster cards. Heart Sliver. Oh my god, you weren't kidding. There's so many slivers. All sliver creatures have flying and haste. Cannot be this target of oh cannot be this target of spells or abilities. Oh. All right, I have to read. Are these the Sliver Legion? Let's fucking go. And I'm assuming one of these is the Sliver Queen. Queen-ish. I'll have to look up. I'm not sure what these say. Oh, that's the same. Nope. There's something Sliver in Japanese. I do not read Japanese though. Slivers don't tell Necosaurus. Why? Is Surus anti-sliver? I have been hoarding slivers for so long. What color deck is your go-to? Oof. So it depends on how mean I'm being. But my Kalia deck, awful, terrible monster, absolute cunt. Love her so much. And then my Nico deck, which is blue-white enchantments, is a blue-white enchantment nightmare, and I love it too. But I have 10 other decks aside from those. 10 other commander decks. All right, sorry, I'm looking up a thing because I want to know how much time I have. Best deck is Hug. One person I play with has an incredible Hug deck that is, it just gives everybody like constant mana and stuff. You love to see it. It is very fun. All right, I'm going to go get my ticket right now. Green black for my Voltron Skullbriar counters. I only have one Voltron. Well, okay, technically I have two. I kind of accidentally made a Voltron, which it wasn't that accidental. But basically my Nagila, which I have the Eivor Nagila, so it's a like vaguely Viking themed. It has a lot of the Assassin's Creed cards and a lot of Kaldheim cards, and it's warrior themed. And it's supposed to be warrior token creation, but also a lot of equipment love, but it also is kind of Voltron. So it's like, it's not amazing. I mean, it is kind of amazing. It doesn't have a very centralized focus to it, but all of the strategies somehow work together, and it's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked. No, here's the thing, Lane. I am still, yo, Witchcraft, you just gave me a fucking idea. I'm writing that down on my list of altar cards to make. I need to take a day and just make magic cards. I'm going to do some Bionic ones. No, because the thing is that I go by how cool I think a commander like looks. I have never, not once, looked at like, okay, here's a deck building guide. Like, all of my decks are just like, they're made for the love of the deck, and theming generally. Hello little dog. Hello little. Can anybody hear that? That's Lady's tail. You can see it bapping against the. What are you doing? You say hi. You say hi. She said no. Has anyone told me I look like Damon Mills' voice of Frieza? I have never heard that. Jake, if I can just not fail this test tomorrow, that'd be cool. I know you got it. I know you got it. X all horses deck. They have those My Little Pony cards. All right, I'm gonna start cracking into some of this booster box. Ooh, it has a box topper. Treasure trove box topper. Ho ho. Uno mas. Ow, dog. Okay. Hello. What? You're such a goof. Yeah, you are. Oh, if it's a crypt or a... the things I'm really pulling for in this box are, I want a roaming throne, and I want another bloodletter. Are there box bottomers? No. No, not OG Ixalan. Ooh, that's a cool one. Whisper Silk Cloak. Can't be blocked and has Shroud. All right, well, that's going in. That's going in something. That's going in some deck. Yeah, it's a Ixalan. It's Caverns of Ixalan. Although, here's the thing. The store I went to get it at, I had, which is the reason I got it, I had store credit. So it was like basically half price. But they just literally, and they don't get old boxes in, they just got a classic Ixalan box. And I was like, it would have been $200 though. And I was like, that's not what I wanted to spend today. So, nar. Yeah, this is just Lost Caverns, which means I get the, oh, look at that. That's Dr. Grant and Ellie Sadler from the Jurassic Park. Hell yeah. I do want more of those Jurassic Park lands. I do like those. I'm making, I don't think I'll have time today, but I was gonna on stream make a dinosaur deck. Thank you for speaking so rationally and maturely about the current situation. It's put my anxiety-prone brain at relative ease. I am glad to hear it. That is why I wanted to just come on and chill and talk to everybody, because I know everybody's kind of been going through it. I haven't bought since Urza's block. I need to get around to selling some cards. Kader Joe, Urza's block, like Urza's Saga Urza's block? Are those cards like mint still? Like what years are we talking for you collecting? All right, we got art card. Full art Swamp goes in my full art box. Vito's Inquisitor. Hello, dog. You are so needy. Yeah, you are the neediest little pupper in the world right now. Look at it. Do you see this dog? Do you see this dog? She said, it needs to be about me. It needs to be about me. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yeah. Spelunking. Ooh, this is a... Okay. Akawali, the Seething Tower. That's a pretty good pull. Ooh. I like this a lot. Pantlaza, Sun Favored. X is that creature's toughness. I think I might make this my dinosaur commander. I've been looking for a good dino commander. Red, green, white lets me do some cool shit. I kind of like that. And it's full art, which I love for my commanders. And Cavern of Souls. Let's fucking go. And Far Traveler, which is a good D&D card. Yeah, that's pack one. That's pack one, y'all. So here we go. The Hell Beast. She is certainly a beast. She is certainly und beast from hell. All right, and I got the foil was Ray of Ruin, so yeah. Pantlaza. See, okay, see exactly, Lane. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't intend to make fucked up commanders. I just see a card and I go like, ooh, neat. I'm gonna use that one, and then I'm like, hey, I made a new deck, and people are like, oh, who'd you make? And I'm like, Kalia, and they're like, fuck you. Yeah, I made a Traxa. They're like, fuck you. I'm like, I just thought it was a cool card. I don't know. Yes, there you go. Does that make you happy? Getting pitch. You're such a little booger. All right. I made a Traxa. I did not make a Traxa. You are being such an unbelievable booger right now. Does everybody see this dog? What do you want, little beast? Hubby. Do you want food? All right. I think she needs some food. I'll be right back. dog. I don't know. She didn't immediately go for food, so I don't know how hungry she actually is. But I see Emma's Baffy plush. Yep. Needed a therapy Baffy. Yeah, I have Emma's Baffy plush, and then I have my Baphomet right behind it. Last command is this Borborygmos and Rage, and how much? Almost 60 lands? What are you doing? When I didn't really play anymore. Kaderjo, you should just get back. Foundations is looking pretty good. I am. Somebody asked earlier, am I excited about Foundations? I am. I'm very excited about Foundations. It is probably one of the few good things I'm looking forward to this week. Like I have 2 5-color decks that are not rocking 60 lands. That is badonkers. That is banooners. Chupacabra Echo. That's a cool one. Abyssal Gore Stalker. Inverted. God, if I have to look at another fucking inverted iceberg. And the rare for this one is Matzalantil the Great Door, which I don't think is too great. Activate, draw a card, discard a card. 4 more permanent types. What does it do? At X mana, where X is the number of permanent cards. Okay, that could be do something. Locust God. Oh fuck! I just fought against a Locust God and a Traxa the other day, and that's actually why I pulled my Kalia, because I was like, I have a winter deck too, but like Kalia is probably my meanest deck. Like I really don't pull her out unless I'm in a monstrous mood. Like unless I'm ready to. Hi, Slipdash. Overthinking Gamer, thank you for following. Did we get rated on YouTube again? I mean, like my Kalia deck is fucking nasty. Like it is. I have 2 Avacins. I have Reaver Demon, which lets me tutor any card in the deck. I have Demonic Tutor or Demonic Council and Idyllic Tutor, and I'm about to have Enlightened Tutor in it. Like it's fucking gross. It's dumb. It is my last resort. It also has like board wipe after board wipe after board wipe. Fun decks and good decks. Yeah, exactly. It is not my good deck. It is, well, no, it is a good deck. It is not a fun deck. I don't even love playing it that much. All right, rare is Restless Reef. Yeah. Mid. Otter Wizards are your favorite. You need to be getting into that Otter Wizard train. You need to be on the Bloomborough and what's the other? Fucking Eldraine, Wilds of Eldraine. There's some good shit in Wilds. I really love Wild. Do you play any formats beside EDH? Yeah, I play. I like to do Sealed, and I like to do Cube. I just like to draft. Alex Davy, are we doomed? No. I was talking about it earlier. Lego Sakura with all the pink frogs. Oh yeah, Sakura. Yeah. No, I do have that. The Lego bonsai tree. It's over there. This is just a little cherry blossom Lego that I got, and I actually put it in a. Sorry, Kermit. I put it in this jar I found the same day, the jar for like $2 at Value Village. And I was like, oh, I think it just looks neat. Bloomberry got me back into paper magic. Yeah. Bloomborough is pretty fucking good. And this is actually great because I wanted to make a weird dumb thing in addition to a dino deck. Because I didn't just want to do Gruul dinos. Like I didn't just want to do. I already have a Gruul deck. I have Gruul werewolves, and I can't really add any colors to that. Kutzil's Flanker is the rare, and that's not great. And Fortifying Provisions. Okay. Plebs the Clown. We're doing good. We're chilling. I'm cracking some magic packs before I go watch Terrifier 3. Yeah, Bloomborough. I love Duskmorn. I might like Duskmorn more than Bloomborough for like flavor reasons, but I cannot fucking deny the glory of the Bloomborough set. Hidden Volcano. There's a lot of caves. Oh, right, because the caves of Ixalan. Gotcha. A lot of spirits. I want more pirates, damn it. Minecart. Volatile Fault. Faultatile. Belligerent Yearling. I love this guy. This little guy. Oh, love this. Look at that. Great dino art. This is a uncommon I'll never be mad about opening. Look at him. He's so tiny. He's just a little fella. Little guy. Okay, I got Aclazotz. Now I need that. Ooh. And I got a kick-ass dino token. All right, let's go. Let's go. Where are my tokens? There's my tokens. All right, how much is Aclazotz going for? Can people look up Aclazotz for me? I know it ain't going for the same price as Bloodletter, but what do we got? Flying Lifelink. It has a flip. Whenever Aclazotz attack, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Opponent discards a land card, create a 1/1 black. Return to the battlefield, transformed. Okay. $11? All right. Okay. I can fuck with that. Let me see. I'm gonna look up some other cards. See if I'm making any money back on this. Holy shit. God damn, really? Cavern of Souls is $32? Holy shit. All right, so that's $40. All right, let me fucking look at Pant Laza. Where are we? Let's go to TCG Player. Okay, Pant Laza is only like $2, but that's still damn. All right, well we're up to like at least $40 for the box. I just gotta get another 40, and I've made my money back because I had a bunch of trade credit on this, so I only paid like $80 for it. Reduxist, y'all have a nice night. Take care of yourself. We will. Thank you for stopping by. What? Oh. Planes. Dino Planes. Pirate Hat. Wayfaring Pirate. Here we go. Now I'm getting my pirates. Shipwreck Century. Brackish. Oh, God. It's always so weird to me when, like, you get just a run of one color in a pack. It's just like, oops, all blue for a second. Bizarre. Tithing Blade. Stalactite Stalker. I know you fucker. Hi, hello. Joe McShookrep. I doubt Putin will attack Finland at all because the Russian military wouldn't have any morale at all. That's my only hope. Yeah, I don't feel fucking great about these situations in Ukraine and Palestine, to be honest. And again, I think if we want to have some proper fucking protests, gonna have to do a lot more than just walk out in streets. Somebody says, any recommendations on places people to go to learn magic? I would go watch The Professor. I really loved Tolarian Community College, and I would say go download Magic Arena, like on your phone or tablet. It has a really good tutorial. They give you a lot of free cards for beating stuff, so you kind of get an idea how to build a deck and try stuff out. But also, if you have a local game store this weekend, starting on Friday, they should be doing pre-releases of Magic the Gathering Foundations, which is an incredibly beginner-friendly set is going to have a beginner box that you can get like everything you need to build several decks worth of stuff. And they're going to be having sealed pre-releases at stores. So that would be, I would say, that is a good if you want to go out and meet people. Generally, stores are really good about trying to onboard people and stuff. Kutzil Starving Revenant. Okay. Sahili's Lattice and Treasure. All right. Oh, It's Layers as someone who works for an LGS can confirm. That's cool that you work for an LGS. Aclazotz. Land. Join the Dead. I haven't had that many reprints. I mean, like, I have a bunch of these in my collection already, but Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider, let's fucking go. And Whale of the Forgotten. Descend, alright. And Hollow Thrashing Bro. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go. Last card in the pack is a Mythic Questing Beast. What's Questing Beast going for? That's only $4, but I'll take it. I'll take it. A dub is a dub, chat. Dub is a dub. What's my thoughts on colorless artifact decks? Rude. Rude as fuck. I have a 5-color. It's kind of colorless in a way. I have a 5-color Scarecrow deck. Moodles, thinking about splurging on a video game. Is Elden Ring good? Other people like it a lot. If you don't like Souls games, I wouldn't say get it. I'm not the biggest Souls fan, and it did not grab me the way it grabbed a lot of other people. But if you like Souls games, it probably will. I would say the new Dragon Age is pretty okay. It's pretty linear. New Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 is... Stress building decks? John Arenica's baby. That's everybody go build a John Arenica's deck. Make your pod have so much more fun. Bartolome del Presidio. Let's go. Ruin Lurker Bat. Ooh. Flying Lifelink. Scry 1. Oh, buddy, you're going in my Asterion deck. Sunken Citadel. Fungus Dinosaur. Cool. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 too. Hope the stream's doing well. Saw you were live and just popped in to ask if Emmy award winner. Yeah, Emmy was actually in here. I don't know if Emmy is still here, but Emmy was here and I think is doing a little bit better. Yeah, sorry, I'm crinkling right into the mic. I know it. Yeah, Cavern's had some really... I was looking for a couple money cards, and I got a couple money cards. But I was really looking for... I want another Bloodletter. I have a Bloodletter. I want another. I want more. Oh, fuck. Okay. I just opened this pack and didn't even pay attention to it. Foil Hidden Courtyard. Capybara, Poison Dart Frog, Bat Colony, Gargantua Leech, Defossilize, Full Art, Rampaging Ceratops. All these dinos are going into a fucking dino deck. And the reason I said, oh fuck, my sweet baby boy, my favorite dinosaur ever, in Jurassic Park Full Art, Spitting Dilophosaurus, everybody. I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed. And Braided Net as the rare artifact. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. If you want to build a deck, Kyle Lily TV, buying booster packs can be worth it. I would say it is better to just go through bulk. If you are looking to build a deck, go through bulk. Like go to a store that has a bunch of shit that you can go through and just grab some. Let me see. What was I? Oh yeah, Spitting. Borderlands. $6. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we have another art card. More merfolk. You're going to my merfolk deck. Colossadactyl. Saheli's Lattice. Dog. Fuck, man. What? Holy shit. Got one of the cards I wanted in full alt art, Roaming Throne, and Galta Stampede Tyrant right behind it. Fuck, dude. God damn, Ixalan, sorry. Unfamiliar with your game. All right, I need to look up, because Roaming Throne, I think, is still like $30. I might be able to flip this box into another box. Yeah, that's 1870. Why is the borderless one less than the... weird, whatever. $20 is $20. It's 20, 30, 40... I think we're basically at Galta, Stampede Tyrant. Galta's $8. Fuck, dude. Yeah, so we're basically... Like, I don't even think I'm halfway through the box. Yeah, I'm not even halfway through the box, and basically it's already paid for itself. That's fucking crazy. I usually don't play the booster box games. A lot of the alt arts are less. I don't know why. I don't know why. I love pretty much all of the alt art. All right, Island, let's go. Goes into my full art box. I'm sorry everybody can hear the dog. Malamet, Kutil. Let's go. Quinth, firstborn of Gishath. Another baby dino, full art. Oh, this dino deck's gonna be fucking lit. Fabrication Foundry and the Skull Sport. God damn. That is a fucking gorgeous art card. The Skull Spore Nexus foil alt art. I am unfamiliar with you. Greatest power. Okay. Green dinosaur fungus creature token generator. And power doubler. I know, Morris Neg, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's just the Breath of the Wild Guardian. Yeah, it's borderless and foil. And that's another $5 card. Shit, dude. Thoughts on Dragon Age Veil card? I think it's really, really, really linear, and I've never played a Dragon Age before, so I'm like, I like it, but I feel like if Baldur's Gate 3 was a series of hallways so far, and I kind of want it to open up a little. I am still roughly in the beginning, but I'm getting ready to... I really fucking want it to open up a little bit, because I like the characters, I like the art style. Ukenbach, Pit of Offerings, Master's Guide Mural, Tarian's Soul Cleaver, and Compass Gnome. Yeah, I just want it to open up. I think I am probably gonna go back and play the other one real quick. It really, I love the combat. The gameplay is really fucking fun. Like, again, as somebody who has no real stake in the Dragon Age games, like, I like switching between the weapons. I like managing the cooldowns. I think it's just very satisfying. Earthshaker Dreadmar, there you are, buddy. There's another Ukenbach. Hootzil's Final Strike. Star Compass. Huh, alright. There's a full art Star Compass special guest card. And Vito, Fanatic of Aclazants, was the rare. Or the mythic, I guess. Star Compass is $2. Vito. Yeah, it's just 38 cents. All right. All right. I'm going to do 2 more packs and then skedaddle. And then maybe if people want, I wanted to hop on today because I figured everybody kind of just needed a time to chill, time to vibe a little bit, and I just kind of wanted to be there for y'all. But I kind of want to know what everybody's feeling for tomorrow, because if y'all think another stream like this, just chilling, would be good, I can do that. I can come hang out, put together a deck on stream together. Maybe we can build a dinosaur deck together. Locust God 297, thank you very much for joining. Vampire Demon. Get some good tokens too. Island, getting some good full art lands. I used to really like the Ixalan full arts, but I've kind of, I don't know. Kind of softened on them, I think. Merfolk Cave Diver, sick. Thrashing Bronzodon. Echoing Depths. God, the fucking... Restless Ridgeline. Kick-ass. Echoing Depths. How much are Echoing... I just got 2 Echoing Depths back to back. The full art and the not full art. Yeah, that's not really... Wait, no. Echoing Deeps. Sorry, Echoing Deeps. Yeah, it's like a 50-cent card. Whatever. What are your pronouns? Kaju. My pronouns are they, them. What do you do with your extras and unwanted cards? Well, I keep at least 2 copies of every card. So if I pull like 2 commons of something, I want to have at least 2 because I make cubes sometimes. And yeah, I play Arena. I've played Arena on stream before. But I mostly keep them as bulk and filler because like I make a lot of decks and such. Oh, there's a lot of cats. Holy shit, this is all white. Like, look at how much of this. Ooh, an angel. Tap 4 untap. Nah. Like, look at how much of this pack is white. It's just like, oops, all white. Oh my god, Jassa Proxy. You and me on the same. Tarian's Journal. Alright. Garbage. Full art Earthshaker. And Synapse Necromage. I don't like the fungus. I don't like all the fungus. Fungus are not into it. Alright, Unamas. And then first time commenter. Thanks for being there right now. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining me on this nerve-wracking journey. Idol of the Deep King. Thousand Moon Smithy. Let's fucking go. I know that fucker. Warhammer. I've been playing some of like Rogue Trader here and there. I need to get back to it though. All right, come on, baby. I've only gotten 1 Jurassic Park card. I mean, it was a banger, so don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But who else we got? Another It's Quint, another Earthshaker. Now we're getting into the repeats. Contest of Claws, Preacher of the Schism, and Ancestor's Aid. Preacher of the Schism, Vampire Cleric. Create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. It's only a 3 cost for 2/4. I might have to put him in my Asterion deck too. Asterion, I need more bodies in my Asterion deck because everything in it is so obscenely high cost. Astarion's a pricey bitch. But alright, those are the rares. Sarfar. I'm gonna see who else is up and streaming that we can go say hi to. I think Riverboat Jack might be up. Oh yeah, no, I have my Asterion deck is basically a Sorin deck. Well, it's extreme lifelink or extreme life gain. Why do I have Jetstream? I don't. I have I have Cloud Strife's sword. I guess you can't really see it because it's leaning. Yeah. Jack isn't on. Is anybody on? Hassan is up. Yeah, let's go over to Maple Takes and go say hi. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you all for hanging out. And if I'm feeling up to it again, I'll do another stream tomorrow. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. And most importantly, do not lose hope in yourself or